This morning on Everyday Life, we're going to ask a very huge but very important question. If you're dating, how much do you expect your boyfriend to spend on you? Is there a cap to it? Is there a limit? Is there a rule that, Bambi, if you don't spend this much, surely you're not serious? That's coming up on Everyday Life.
Everyday Life
is brought to you by ICEA Group
on Star Times. Everyday Life
is brought to you by ICEA Group
on Star Times.
Well, this morning I have with me Mabel Kebirunji, Mwete Jerize,
yes,
and Joel Senyaunyi. Joel, I'll start with you.
Look like you're going to drop a bombshell. Bring it on.
Have you ever dated a girl who told you, if you're not spending this much on me, take a walk?
You see, I am not the kind who takes quite a bit of nonsense usually. But let me tell you what, bruh. This is how I approach it. And you agree on certain terms, either directly or indirectly. You see, if I am in a relationship with you, it's different from if I am married to you. If I'm in a relationship with you, you are not my obligation. When we cross over and I become your husband, you are my responsibility. So I'm obligated to take care of you, to provide, etc., etc. But you see, if you are my girlfriend, no, you're not my responsibility. Does that mean I'd not, help you out when you are in a fix or that kind of thing? Well, you don't even have to be in a fix. Just out of love I can, but I do not do it out of obligation. And because you see now, that helps you to curtail some of these eventualities that you know.
Doesn't this...
I know that sounds crude,
provide,
but yeah.
I feel like it's very crude. But
why?
also...
But you're my girlfriend, you're not my wife.
But also, Joel,
hey,
if you spend on someone, doesn't it kind of project the picture ahead? It kind of gives you ladies the security that, oh, when we get married, this guy will actually be in control of things.
Yes, and that things will actually continue. What you're saying, while it is true, it just sounds so cold-hearted and mean. What chance is there that when you cross over that you're actually going to do it?
I'm not saying I do not give, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I don't give them. But you see, I do not do it out of obligation, no. And well, of course, to some people that might sound penurious, but
so you're saying when you're a husband, when you cross over...
You're my responsibility, I'm your provider. Of course, that doesn't mean you bring nothing to the table. But you see, for as long as we are dating, we are in a relationship, it's not my responsibility. When I do it, I don't do it out of obligation. I'm doing it because I love you, and there are many other people that I help that I don't even know. So when I do something for my girlfriend, it is not a responsibility.
Why would a girl ditch a guy because they are not spending? It's not my responsibility. I'm not bound by the ring. If I don't provide for my wife and kids, she can even go and report me to FIDA.
Of course, now.
And I can go to jail.
He has just used the word provider. He's a provider. He's supposed to be a provider.
Hey,
so I think ladies have a mindset that a man is supposed to provide and that he should start early so that, I can see the kind of future I'm going to have. Am I going to be comfortable? Am I probably going to bring a bit more to the table in order to bring two things, both our incomes together? So I think that is what... that's why men do spend, and sometimes in dating, some men spend so much,
And then when they cross over, he stops because he has arrived. That's why I don't want to pretend.
So you want to arrive when you've reached the marriage?
When what?
You want to start spending when you reach the marriage?
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's okay to spend now, as much as possible. But you see, it needs to be taken in context of I'm doing this now, not out of responsibility. Because you see, some ladies, they feel it is the guy's responsibility, when she doesn't have rent, tuition. Am I your father? People are going to have me to do.
What then is the responsibility of the boyfriend?
Well, I think responsibility number one for me is commitment. Really? Well, it probably also depends on the age. If you're 18 to 22, probably you just want fun. And, he's responsible for taking you out every weekend and that kind of stuff. Probably the level of commitment is low. But I think later on, someone needs to show commitment. You're talking about not spending, but what if you decided to put your money together and say, let's have a savings account for the future?
When you're dating?
When you're dating, probably, yes. Even to show that you're committed to the relationship.
I'll tell you, that makes the relationship Byzantine. Let's buy land together.
But what is wrong with that?
Byzantine is complicated,
What is wrong with that?
So what happens if this falls apart?
You sell the property and take the money.
Look, cross that bridge when you get there. For now, invest separately, independently. Because you see, now you're tying yourselves to this. Along the way, if you realize, this actually shouldn't have been. You can get glued there in
Because of
jail,
the property.
Because we have land together, we have I don't know what together. No, no, no. For goodness sake, you first crawl, then walk, and run.
Joel. Ladies, Joel is still available, okay? All right, let's take some
But he's
phone
a tough
calls.
man.
The
They're going to
numbers
be
are
like,
going to be on your screen very soon. You can call us and tell us what you think. Is it literally the responsibility of the boyfriend to spend on you if you're a lady? Oba atalina sente tafumitalindas like
It's not
they
about
always say.
Atalina. Zilina, but it's not my responsibility. I will spend out of love, and that needs to be clarified. But look, what's wrong with the lady spending on me too?
The other,
Because sometimes you hear the ladies say, my money is my money, his money is our money. You are a thief.
No, but that's the mentality we have been brought up with. I remember reading a case, I think Lionel Richie, many years ago. He was divorcing, and the wife wanted that money they pay. She wanted
Alimony.
about alimony or
Only for the
something.
children, yeah.
She wanted about $100,000 per month. And she said part of it included, you know, her hair, her makeup, the food, and that he, Lionel Richie, had introduced her to a lifestyle that she got used to. And so even after divorce, she doesn't see why the lifestyle should end. And she was demanding that he, you know, kind of gives her an allowance or something of sorts worth over $100,000 per month.
Arinaito's wife wants 31 million shillings
Which one's
per month.
actually 3.1.
3.1.
But Arunaito says I earn
Dave,
580,000 on
How
that
do
case.
I spend that much? But well, for us guys, even if you spend little, you find a way of spending more than what you earn because you need to take care of your family. But is the boyfriend's role only limited to commitment? Am I not supposed to provide, like if my girlfriend is in a crisis, and you know, if you're unlucky and you get a girl with problems, you have really become
But
their
who
father.
doesn't have
You know,
problems?
but sometimes I think, you know, like a boyfriend, it's a really, how far do you want the relationship to go? You know, Joel mentioned paying tuition. I think by the time a man
Rent.
pays tuition for you, he's probably not doing it just out of the goodness of his heart.
Why not?
I think he's doing it hoping that when you finish school, you move in with him.
But is that
So that
bad?
means the girl is actually locked therein.
I think.
Is it bad
that
for the
happens.
boyfriend to pay school fees thinking?
Somebody in the line.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Morning, how are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Gulu.
Oh, yes, your comment.
Yeah, so I'm calling from Gulu.
Hello? Yes, your comment. What do you think?
I not good to spend on a girlfriend because I spent once and I was disappointed.
Hey, what
Can
happened?
you imagine I paid for the tuition? I even paid tuition, but at the end the girl met some other driving the rally and I was dumb.
So, have you dated after that?
Yeah. I spent a lot of this girl and I thought maybe make the future together, but I was disappointed.
But did he make it clear? Did you make it clear that I'm paying your tuition and probably we will get married?
I've slowly begun to pay the bride
Yeah, I
price.
made it clear and she was like, it's okay, it's okay.
Wow. So you paid the tuition because you wanted to marry this girl.
Yeah, because she was from a poor family and I was like, let me try to help her.
Oh my goodness.
That's a trend.
I mean, now you talk about contracts, you know, people signing all these things, especially in the US. I mean, it's unfortunate, but sometimes, I mean, if he did spend, and the understanding then was that I'm paying your tuition, but we're going to marry later on, I think that was very unfair of the lady.
No, but you see why you get into that kind of agreement. Well, I'm not
Sometimes you don't have
signed,
money and you
but,
need someone to pay your fees, and you're like, you know, this guy probably
I don't know. I think
So
we
you will
need-
use the man to complete your education.
not use.
With the
Think of a
hope of-
few, saying, you know,
In
I'm
such a
signing
case,
up
he
for
was
this.
used. He was
But you see, the guy
actually
needs to be
used.
brilliant too, yeah? For goodness sake. You need to have a bit of sagaciousness when you... I'm paying your tuition, so
Joel,
what happens?
Love is like an accident. He didn't ask why. Good morning.
So then
Your,
the accident.
your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kampala, Rwanda.
Yes, what's your name, boss?
Yeah, the point I wanted to comment on a girlfriend whom you pay the school fee, and I want to again disappoint you. What do you do in any case to make yourself?
You ask her for a refund.
Because that one can stress you.
Sorry, we didn't get that.
Pardon?
It
Yeah,
just
that can
ends
stress
up
you.
stressing you. Do you think as a boyfriend you are obligated to take care of
As a
her.
boyfriend, you had paid school fees, and you were expecting to marry to marry the girl, and the girl disappointed you.
All right. I didn't understand.
Well, let's
the
talk about
point.
the disappointment of you pay tuition, you expect to marry her, and then she changes her mind. But you see, both sides need to be sharp. You know, for goodness sake, as a guy, you've met this girl, she's 18. You're paying her tuition with the hope that you'll marry her 5 years later. In those 5 years, she's going to meet much better people, a lot changes.
But can you
If
sign
want
a
to help her,
contract?
do help a contract.
You know how these Americans sign these prenups if you're caught cheating on me,
You'll pay this much.
this amount of money. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas, you know, one of those that if he cheats on her, I think he loses like 3/4 of his wealth.
And I'll tell you,
know.
he cheats. He's just careful about it.
Joel, if I'm a guy, am I not supposed to take care of my girlfriend because I fear I'll be disappointed? Okay, I've met you, you're 18, I am 20, yes, I'm paying tuition for you. Shouldn't I do some things because I fear in a couple of years you're going to meet people that are better than me?
Look, I don't want to get into a relationship and I become timorous, fearful that if I do not do this, you'll leave me, etc., etc. No, I should, and look, I do not want to be misconstrued, yeah? It's a good thing that you spend on somebody that you love. Even people that you do not know, you meet a stranger, they are in need, you're able to meet the need, please meet the need, yeah? So do spend on your girlfriends, that's important, I think. But you see, don't do it out of fear that if I don't spend, she'll leave me, or out of responsibility, especially if you're not married to them yet. No, it's not your responsibility, I think, you know, so do it out of love. I love this person, and if they have a need, I should meet the need for goodness sake, yeah?
Right.
But not out of responsibility, not because I fear that she might leave me for somebody else. For goodness sake, who tells you you're the richest? There are richer people. So you think you're buying her a car worth what, 10 million? Somebody can buy her one worth 50 million.
Wow, good morning. You're live on Morning at NTV.
Good morning.
Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Anthony, calling from Gulu.
Oh, good morning. Your comments, both. Hello? Your comments, Sebo.
Yeah, you know, this issue of boy-girl relationship, you don't owe a girl an obligation to take responsibility of her needs and all this. First of all, you're not an investor. You invest in this girl. It's the responsibility of our parents to take care of her needs. That's why we marry them, because you know, you will pay a dowry at the end of it.
But
Now,
don't you run the risk?
Money in her feet.
Don't you
Then
run
again,
the risk
when
that
you have
you'll be labeled
dowry.
stingy?
What does that mean? To me, it's not a responsibility at all.
Okay. It is not a responsibility, but the woman may refuse to get married to you because she thinks you're stingy. You cannot guarantee her security. That's what women want, isn't it, Mabel? If a guy cannot even spend on you when you're dating.
I don't think all women want that. I mean, I don't think I went into marriage thinking that, oh, I have, you know...
I've reached, this is the guy to take
yes,
care of.
because my life is so bad, you know. I mean, I think you can be, I don't want to use the word independent, but I had been single for so long and it hadn't killed me. I thought it would. But I'd been single for so long that I knew, you know, it's not the worst in the world. There are other things that can happen. So I can't say that I looked at this man as my savior, in a way.
No, but when he was, you know, presenting his CV, you saw the potential.
I saw the potential, but I think I saw companionship more rather than an investor.
Good morning. You're live on Morning at NTV. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Morning, you're speaking to Kong Ambrose Manafa.
Oh, good morning, Sebo.
Hello?
Your comment, Sebo.
Morning, you're speaking to Ambrose Manafa.
Yes, Mr. Manafa. Where are you calling from, and proceed with your comment.
I'm calling from Manafa.
District.
Hey.
From Ambrose.
Okay. Your comment.
My comment is, like, I take care for someone whom I have a kid, but I don't take care of someone whom I don't have a kid. Because Like you may take care of someone if you don't have a kid and he disappoints you at the last moment. But if you take care of someone, if you have a kid, at least you will take care of that kid. For example, like me, I have a girlfriend. I've spent with her 8 years. I have a kid. I'm responsible to take care of her. Yeah, but if you don't have a kid with that person, it is just only a disappointment.
But if the person is in school, you can't make her pregnant now.
Yeah, she's at school, but I'm taking care. She's at university. Me, I've completed. What?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Manafa from Manafa District.
Ambrose from Manafa District. I just want to comment. It's only men calling.
Yeah, where are the girls? The ladies.
Yeah, they're guilty.
The girls
Or they have been
There's a girl who
heartbroken.
was telling me, you see, Joel, love is more important than money, but fortunately, I love money. I said, yeah, but now, these girls who have mastered the art of brigandage,
What advice do you give to a guy who's probably going through this now? They've spent a lot of money. Clearly, a guy. Clearly, the returns are not, being seen. Someone has called and said, "Bananga, I spent money on this chick," and later, after school, the chick got another chap. So, what do you do
And you see,
as a man?
And that's why I'm saying, as you do this spending, you need to extricate yourself from the quote-unquote responsibility. Because you see, when you do it out of obligation, that means there's something you expect. If she does not marry you, you feel, no, this is not right, yeah? So you should spend on her because you love her. If tomorrow things botch up and they don't work out, it's okay. You did not spend because you were or that kind of thing, yeah? Spend out of love. And ladies, do not put guys on pressure, for goodness sake. He's not your father, he's not your husband. When he marries you, it's his responsibility. And why not? Ladies, spend on the guys too. What's wrong with that?
Mabel,
Yes.
to the ladies.
I would say try and build yourself up as much as possible and not wait for an investor of sorts to come into your life. And if you are in that kind of relationship, because different people have different circumstances, someone may be paying your fees. Please make it clear, you're paying my fees, but I don't really like you, and probably this will not
Mabel, that's a risk.
It's a risk,
I
but
think that girl is a
because
fool if she says
if you
such
take
things.
someone's fees and then you don't marry them, the guilt should eat you for, I think, the rest of your life.
It start revealing in the final semester.
When you're about to graduate.
When you're about to graduate, you say, "But honey, things might change." But don't just take the first semester, even me, I ditch you. So anyway, this morning, I think, of course, it's a catch-22. If you're a man and you think spending on the girl will guarantee you the future, wake up. And because that will not be the case. But if you're a woman, we are calling on women every day to be independent, to find something to do so that you have your own channel of income. And if you can do that without really the huge support of the guy, then power to you. You're doing a good job for yourself. And of course, continue this conversation on our Facebook page. Morning at NTV. You can also tweet us at Morning at NTV. Get yourself a StarTimes decoder. Only 20 days to the switch off. 17th June, that's when the TVs will go off. If you don't have a decoder, get yourself one this morning from StarTimes Uganda. And a life insurance policy from ICEA. And of course, powering everyday life. We'll be right back talking the scandal at FIFA. Isma is here to break it down. Stay with us.